everybody. My name is Michelle Lau, and I am the Vice Principal at Lynn-Rose College. I would like to introduce you to a roundtable discussion we will be having that will talk about Lynn-Rose School. Our discussion with our panelists is designed to elicit thoughtful responses that will enrich viewers' understandings of what Lynn-Rose is all about. Your child's future starts with their education, and this is why it is so important to give them as much potential and insight as possible. Through our discussion with our alumni students, viewers will be able to see how Lynn-Rose fosters the development of strong academic, social, and emotional characteristics that our students thrive on, find success in their lives going into universities and beyond. I would now like to take a moment to introduce our two panelists. I have Ms. Youpreet Shind from our class of 2021, who was also our valedictorian and inaugural DP graduate. She was part of our International Baccalaureate DP program. Youpreet will be going on to Queen's University in the fall and pursuing her Bachelor of Commerce. She hopes to major in finance. Secondly, we have Mr. Charles Akawani, who was part of our class of 2020 graduate. Charles will be attending his second year at University of Ottawa this fall, where he is studying business technology management, and he's been doing very well. So now on to the question. Youpreet, what did you appreciate most about the school year during your time here, and how has your perspective on that changed now that you have some distance?
I really appreciate how the school was able to work things out so they could accommodate me the best. So being an IBDP student as well as an Ontario student, there was a lot more work and things that needed to be done. So I needed to simultaneously apply to universities and maintain my grades so that my offers wouldn't be rescinded. So the school basically gave me the freedom to decide and choose how I wanted to work on finishing my tasks. The teachers were really amazing and extremely helpful with me. For example, Miss Arana and Miss Sumra would spend their time after school so that they could guide me with completing my internal assessments. Madam Ayash sat with me for hours so she could guide me through the IB expectations for French. Mr. Ritter also broke down extremely complex high-level biology terms so that we could retain what we learned for longer. And then Miss Bregman was also available for us, so we could call her at any time of the day. All the teachers were really worked really hard so that we could fulfill our DP requirements and hand in our assessments on time. And Miss Little, our DP coordinator, also ensured that she could provide us with all the learning support that we needed so we could balance our Ontario high school as well as our IBDP. So in my time here, I felt as though the school was a community and the teachers and staff went above and beyond to help us. And my perspective has not changed, as I still appreciate the effort that the teachers put into ensuring that I could cope with the two different curriculums. So I'm really grateful for that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Youpreet. Charles, what, to the best of your knowledge, most differentiates Lynn-Rose from others?
I think that the small class sizes really help it really betters the learning. With the schools I went to before Lynn-Rose, class sizes used to be 30, 25, 30 students. And as a student, you didn't really have time to communicate with the teacher if you needed help and things of that nature. So I feel like the small class sizes really helps, really makes learning more immersive, I'd say, because you can communicate with the teacher more. If you need help, the teacher's always there to help you. And yeah, I think that's what differentiates it most.
Thank you so much, Charles. Youpreet, what one thing would you change about the school for the better if you had to choose something?
If I could choose something to change something about the school for the better, it would be the clubs and the after-school activities. In my opinion, the after-school activities or lunchtime clubs are really important for students, especially high school students, as we can learn collaboration and time management and social skills. But I understand since this year, because of the pandemic, we couldn't have that. So it was a lot more different attending clubs online. So I wish that the clubs were more student led, and all of the clubs had some sort of club leader, as I feel that that would help the students be more inclined to join the club. And then the teacher can supervise and but the activities and the procedures of the club is a student initiative. Another thing that I noticed that there weren't that many girls sports teams for the high school students, so it would be amazing if there were more sports teams in different sports such as track and field, soccer, volleyball, etc. So I feel like this would allow the students to have a more balanced approach towards school life and also help fulfill their CAS requirements.
Very insightful and very great feedback. Thank you so much, Sukriti. Charles, I got a challenging one for you. If the school were to be represented as a single person, what would its personality be like in 3 words?
In 3 words, okay. I would say engaging. I could use my grade 11 communication technology class as an example. It was pretty much half learning and half hands-on experience. We'll play with cameras, take pictures, and explore the different technologies in that class. So it helped. It gave us some more hands-on experience, which I think really helps translate to the post-secondary learning. A second word would be caring, because of how it relates back to my previous questions, how you can really connect with the teachers. And I think that connection really helps you with your learning, as you don't feel like another student in a big class that can't really communicate with the teacher. And the third one would be supportive. I say that from personal experience because Miss Arana, my math teacher in grade 12, really helped me with my math grades. She really pushed me to the limit so I could make University of Ottawa, and I really thank her for that. She really helped me. So I think engaging, caring, and supportive are the 3 words that would best describe the school.
I love it. Thank you so much, Charles. That was an awesome response.
Thank you.
Sukriti, what advice would you give to students entering the school?
So in general, I would highly suggest to have a planner and try to complete your assignments when the day you receive them, so it can help you improve the quality of your work and manage your time better. And also try to be more involved in school activities, volunteer for events, etc. But for IBDP students specifically, so the first point is that time management is key to successfully completing the IBDP and the Ontario High School. So understand how procrastination works and use it to your advantage. People tend to procrastinate when they find the task at hand very difficult. So I suggest procrastinate productively, like break down the task into smaller bits. And then when you become bored with it, try working on a different task. And so give yourself a 5-minute break every 30 minutes so that you're more motivated and inclined to finish your work. Secondly, I would suggest to complete your internal assessments and extended essay and theory of knowledge presentation by the start of EP2 so that it doesn't get stressful when you need to apply to universities or study for exams. So one of the most challenging parts about EP is ensuring that you meet the quality or the standard like that's expected from you from the DP. So it's really easy to write a 4,000-word essay, but it's not that easy to write a good 4,000 essay. So completing the draft on time will help you to make sure that the quality of your work is good. And also, there are loads of online resources available, such as like quizzes and practice tests, so that the exams for the DP exams aren't that difficult. And then, yeah, that's about it.
That's fantastic advice for our new coming students. Thank you so much, Sukriti. Okay, I got one more question left for Charles. What would families find most surprising about this?
I think again, it goes back to the size. I think when people think about private schools, they think about huge castles and whatnot. But this building that we have here at Lynn-Rose has everything that you need and everything that you would find in a huge private school. We got a library, the gym, the cafeteria, and on top of that, with not that many students, I think that goes back to my last point again. You could really communicate with the teachers more often, and you can really find that in every school. And I think the size of the school really helps, because I was really surprised when I first came to Lynn-Rose with the size.
Thank you so much, Charles. Definitely good feedback on that respect. So I just want to take a moment to thank both of our panelists, Preeti and Charles. You guys have made Lynn-Rose really proud. We are looking forward to everything that we're going to be offering in the future, because we know that you will be doing amazing things. So thank you so much for joining us.